in the series. 10 seconds to go. Here we go.
And there's not restarting, so we will.
Yeah, so good thing. Oh my god, I don't even know where to start. Okay, let's take a look at the middle and try to understand which boards are going to be stolen. So I'm not even gonna try to say who's flank, who's pocket, because it obviously makes no sense. Everybody is flank, everybody is pocket, even villagers going to the middle, villager scouts. I don't know, man, I don't know. I guess we could sort of say that the Unforeseen team is at the right side, the Chinese team on the left side, roughly, but you can't really say much at this point. It's just too much chaos.
God, yeah, just take a look at the middle and just see all the boards going into every side. Civilizations are extremely weird, but we will mention this later. A lot of boards going into TC's. Chris getting his second board the earliest, and everyone except Joffrey is getting a board, who's completely ignoring the board at the
Are you kidding me? Oh my god, yeah, he completely ignored the middle. Does he even have a scout right there?
He's sending the scout to his base now.
Yeah, there it is.
He gets a lot of sheep from Dao Ching, but yeah, let's see. This will only be one ball for him. Chris is getting his third ball now.
Nice job here by Chris.
Is Miguel, a better start for Unforeseen here.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you that. I need your expertise here. Which team has got the best start here? Because you can see no boards left in the middle. I can see that Hingwa was able to take 3 boards as well. Yeah, I guess we can just go one by one. Hingwa's got 3 boards here. Nice job at him. I'm on Mr. Yo. He's got 2 boards. Got a couple of deer next to him. Joffrey only 1. As you just said, he was a little bit too late going to the middle. Xiao Xiong 1 board, same thing. And he's going to be facing Nikov that has got 2 boards. So you mentioned that you felt like the Unforeseen team got a better trade here.
Yeah, exactly. Unforeseen having 9 boards against the 7 boards of SY here. So having a bit of a better start, but not too important. Obviously, 9 against 7 is absolutely okay, because you have some deer, you have some sheep, and obviously even some berries as well.
Let's take a look at the civilizations, something that now that the game has calmed down a little bit, we can start to take a look at. And I'm gonna stick to the point of view of the Unforeseen Consequences team here. Chinese being played by Chris, Aztecs being played by Miguel here. He was going to be the pocket, if one can say so. And, no, Miguel, wait a second. Miguel, no, yeah, I said it right. So Miguel here on the pocket as Aztecs. He's going to be right next to Menelis. He's chose to go as a Hunt. So, we've got here Chinese, Aztecs, Hunt, Mongols. What about the Chinese team, Nilford?
I think Spanish is absolutely a choice I don't understand, because they don't have any, like, advantages at the start. And this game, I never have seen even trade being started on this map. So
Right. Going for the Spanish trade bonus doesn't seem like the most... seems to be a very optimistical goal here at this game, I feel like.
yeah, so they picked it obviously for the Conquistadors, but even that is a weird option, because they don't perform too well on this closed maps, because if your enemy is going for units, it's tough to hit and run.
Anyway, the civilizations, that would be the difference. Just as you pointed out, Spanish. The rest of the civilizations are going to be similar. Aztecs, Mayans, Mongols. So they're missing a Hunt. I feel like this is a big deal, because considering that the maps are so open, it's going to be so hard to wall. Having Hunts with such a strong night rush and the faster working stables seems to me like a must in this game, Nilford.
Yeah, obviously Hunts being extremely strong in Castle Age, and even the bigger problem I'd consider is not having Mayans for Unforeseen here. So if they want to wall, it's so much more expensive than for SY if they want to defend against the Hun Knights.
Okay, looks like Nico is the first one to click up to Feudal Age. Not surprisingly, he's playing as the Mongols. Mongols has got one of the biggest bonus when it comes to Dark Age. Their villagers, their hunters, have a collecting speed bonus. That means they will be able to click up to Feudal Age so much faster than everybody else. We can see a couple of villagers on stone. Not entirely surprising here. Of course, he's gonna go for a tower rush here, Nilford.
Yeah, exactly. But Chao Ching doing a good job of controlling the map, so the tower rush has to go through the middle. And as you can see, Nikov wanted to sneak around, so absolutely great job there by Chao Ching. So the 4 villagers Nikov is sending, he's sending them basically into nowhere.
Yeah, he needs to say. Oh boy, I see what you're saying here. I see what you're saying. So nice job here by Xiao Xiang. I'm not sure Nikov realizes this. He can see it now. I hope for him that he's not going to try to go all the way around because that could be a little bit hard for him. That will mean a whole lot of walking time, and that means that the tower rush is going to be so delayed. I hope for him that he will go back with those villagers, or is he just going to try to rush that palisade?
Oh, he is building a tower against the palisade. That's taking so much more time. If he just would have went kind of through the GC of Chao Ching,
Right,
this could have been
yeah,
better.
I don't get it. And that's gonna be Xiao Xiang is gonna give Xiao Xiang a little bit of time to try to make a double palisade, and I don't see the chance here for Nikov to try to stop that. And I guess the game is going a little bit with hiccups now. I'm gonna slow down the speed a little bit. So I invite you to do the same, Nilfer, to make sure that we are roughly about the same time. And there you go. It's going to be the double palisade even before Nikov is going to be able to lay down his first tower.
Oh yeah, Nikov building another tower, which is just so much better. I think canceling this tower from Nikov, like the first one he was now building with 5 villagers, should absolutely be an option, because this tower will just do nothing but delay Chao Ching a little bit with mining time.
This tower, a little bit of a failed tower in my opinion. Let me try to understand what's happening on the other side of the map. Looks like Menelist is going to be ahead of Hingua. Hingua playing with the Aztecs. What about Menelist? Is he going to do a tower rush? Yes, he's sending villagers to stone only now. That might be a little bit too late, but I do see a little bit of a sneak here around Xinghua's base. So I like this a lot for Menelist. Let me try to go into his point of view, try to understand if he can see enough from Xinhua, Hingua. I've got a little bit of a problem with his Chinese names, but he can see exactly where the wood line is, and I'm assuming that one of the towers is going to go there.
Yeah, absolutely. He's building the tower now, and I think this tower is good. I would even love to see some archeries later there, because if he's sneaking in the back and is able to get like 8 expos or 8 archers into the wood line of the enemies, maybe even with fletching, this should be so deadly.
But what about this, Nilfer? Nikov moving all these 6 villagers here, trying to go inside Xiao Xiang's base. Looks like he will be able to do that. But what about wasting so much time trying to do it?
Yeah, I think not the greatest choice. I would have went for the middle, like where he's building a second tower now. If killing some villagers maybe, but Chao Ching is doing a great job. Oh boy,
look at that tower. Look at that panicked tower. He's Spanish, so the tower is going to be up very fast. I guess Nikov could try to take down a couple of villagers, but there's no way he can stop the tower from going up. But then again, he can just rush it with villagers once Nikov completes his own tower, if he gets to complete it, because he's obviously going to be under tower fire from Xiao Xiang here. Well, he was able to complete it, so I guess he can just rush the other tower with villagers, and that's going to be fine for him.
Oh god, and Nikov now taking a big fight against the villagers of Chao Ching, a bit south to the west to the towers.
Yeah, I can see it. Oh boy, this is going to be hard. It's going to be tough. I guess the scout being there is a 1-for-1 villager trade for the time being. The scout is going to go down, so now seems to be yeah, pretty much a balanced villager fight. Apparently Nikov just lost one more. I'm not sure he should be trying to fight this a little bit more, but indeed he is. I'm going to switch into Menelist's point of view. He was able to drop that tower, so there goes the wood line of Hingua, and he's going to be able to lame the gold as well, at least one of the golds, but one more tower, and the second gold is going to be out for Hingua as well.
Yeah, so he needs this tower, because only walling this second gold spot will not deny Jinghua from getting too much gold. And if you look at his resources, he's looking in good position. Oh, and Miguel is researching coinage.
Yeah,
so we will see Chris go for mass knights here.
Either Chris or the Huns, right? I guess Menelist could be the one getting the slink too. I don't know. Anyway,
I think Menelist is too far away from reaching Castle Age, so yeah, we will see the amount of stables Chris will add pretty soon.
Anyway, Chris just now able to reach Feudal Age. I guess Hingua doing exactly what he needed to do, dropping a tower here to make sure that he won't be under the fire of one Menelist tower. And Menelist now needs to go a little bit back with his villagers. I guess Hingua has got enough vision on that Eagle Warrior to detect where the villagers from Menelist are, so I think he's doing a very nice job here. Let's take a look at the tower rush from Nikov. Nilford.
Oh yeah, so many towers obviously, and he's even crawling further and further into the direction of Chao Ching's and Joffrey's stone and gold line there. But Chao Ching finally building a good defensive tower, and this should stop the push from Nikov over there.
Yeah, taking a look at the villager account, looks like Nikov is doing a good job, right? He's on 24 villagers, and Xiao only on 19, so he obviously lost a whole lot of villagers in the process. So even though we weren't quite satisfied by the tower rush of Nikov, looks like he was able to step it up, and he's now doing a nice job. I'm not sure he will be able to complete this tower, though.
I think he should have cancelled after he saw that a Spanish enemy is building with a lot of villagers as well. Maybe he just wants to get a lot of towers up so that SY is denied of walling a lot, because obviously you want to see Chris now going for the +2 defensive knights mass and raid everyone. But we will have to take a look at Joffrey's castle as well, because this one could be pretty deadly if it's getting up into the middle of all the TCs.
Let's try to see where will he place it. He's gonna have the stone for that, that's for sure. And once more, Nikov doing the right thing. He's gonna be rushing that tower, wants to take it down as far as possible. And Xiao will be trying to do a tower of his own. If he gets to do it, that will be very good. That would stop the villager rush here by Nikov. But let's take a look at what is Yellow going to do. He's gonna be dropping here that castle just in front of Nikov's base, and Chris can see it with his 2 stables. If Chris won't be on time, I'm afraid. Chris still on roughly 70% castle age, so he won't be able to stop this, I'm afraid.
Oh, and the castle isn't even reaching the TC of Nikov if he's not getting Botkin arrow.
He's getting the +1. Yeah, I guess with the +1 is gonna be enough, don't you think?
No, it's 10 tiles away. I just counted.
Okay, there you go. You just counted it.
Yeah, obviously using chess mod helps out here. Nikov cancelling the farm the last possible time, and obviously now Chris is having troubles because the stables are so close to this castle, so he always has to get the knights kind of into the right hand side or the south.
Right.
Yeah, and look at the waypoints. He's even sending them directly to the left hand side where Nikov probably X'd, but obviously the knights will always get damage from the castle now.
Yeah, a little bit not ideal here for them. I guess it's quite obvious now that Chris is going to be the one getting sling. And right now, at the point of view of Joffrey, he's getting sling for Yo as well. Mr. Yo is slinging him. I guess Mr. Yo being here at the sort of the pocket position in the middle between Hingua and Joffrey. Looks like that could be a nice option for him. A nice raiding here by Chris, spreading his knights all the way across the map. So just as you said before, he's going to be taking a couple of hits from that castle every single time that he wants to go out. Definitely not ideal. And what about Nikov?
Just now finishing +2, which is so crucial because so many towers, so many TCs, he absolutely needs +2. And Nikov, as you said, is just now focusing on getting into Castle Age as well, or maybe even switching into the Sling, but I think getting Castle Age would be absolutely a good option.
Chris trying to do everything he can. He was able to take a couple of villagers here from Hingua. He needs to concentrate on that monk before he loses another knight. At the same time, he has on his wood line as well. Nice job here by Chris. I feel like he needs to spread himself all the way across the map, and that is what he's doing. Look at the raiding here over Joffrey as well. He needs to try to raid Yo a little bit as well. So Chris basically just needs to send his knights all the way across the map.
Yeah, all the across the map isn't the furthest distance on this map, obviously.
Right.
There's just so many town centers, castles, and towers you have to pass to get anywhere now. So Chris will struggle to do a lot of damage because now he's even facing monks with defense from Lockjaw.
Yeah, let me see what will work here for him, because just as you said before, you can see what one of the knights died even before trying to hit somebody, just because of that castle on +1 attack, and a couple of villagers or a couple of plumed archers weren't inside, so that means the castle was firing so much more. And one of the knights just went down in a V4 doing any kind of damage, and now the plumed archers are right above Nikov's nose, and he's gonna be struggling to do anything against this. He does not have any army, only towers. And what a nice positioning here by the plumed archers from Joffrey.
Yeah, great positioning there, but the +2 knights should clear this up. By the way, Mentalist now even researched coinage as well and is going for extended or even increased sling on Chris, who is now trying to get siege workshops up, is building a third and fourth stable. You will see him trying to get this castle in the middle down, or maybe even if you take a look at the resources, trying to get Imperial Age. Joffrey is building a second castle now.
Well, did it just... No, okay, he didn't lose it. He just canceled it. I was afraid he just lost it, but no, he's got the stone right there, and it's gonna be... Look at that castle. If that castle goes up, it's gonna be such an OP castle. He will be able to hit the TCs of both Nikov and Chris, at least one of those TCs. And Nikov is going to be here with such a huge problem here. The Knights were only now able to get those Plumed Archers killed, but Nikov very, very delayed right now. 29 population, only a little bit above Xiaoxiong that was so delayed in the beginning of the game.
And I was saying Chris having the resources to get Imperial Age, that's not because he wants to get Imperial Age, but yeah, he's not really getting the resources on the map. He's now going for light cav, most likely against the defense from the Aztecs. I'm not really sure what I think of that.
Yeah, I'm really not sure why would he go for that, because it's only one player, and if he's getting a sling, he definitely needs to kill villagers and not really just concentrate on one player. For the time being, looks like he's gonna be concentrated in trying to defend his teammate Nikov. Nikov's under such a huge pressure, because by the time being we've got Hingua with knights. That's something you won't be seeing every day, Aztecs with knights, but he was able to convert 4 knights, and those are fully upgraded, so nice. Well, fully upgraded when it comes to armor, not so much when it comes to attack, but nice job here by Hingua, doing an awesome job against the sling so far.
Yeah, exactly, and now Chris is finally doing a good damage against Jinghua, because he did send those light caps before, killed all the monks, and now the knights are coming in to kill all the villagers on goal, and so many villagers of Love Chain will go down there, even villagers being blocked by their own monastery. Nice ratings there by Chris.
Nice job, yeah. Really impressive here by Chris. When you say something that he's doing wrong, he turns out doing it right, so impressive play here by Chris. Even when we don't completely understand why he's doing it, he does the right thing. Nicely done. So many villagers went down from Xinghua right there. Xinghua's a nice, incredible job here by Chris. Nothing he can do against this third castle going up here by Joffrey. The second castle is up already, and he is the first one to click up to Imperial Age. The monks right there from Xinghua. It's gonna make this a 2v1 situation on Chris. It's gonna be really hard for him to defend against this, Nilford.
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously, he's getting double swing, because Love Chain already has 8 knights and 1 light cap as Aztec. And now Joffrey is sending a lot of Plumed Archers into the base of Mentalist, and he absolutely has to retreat, sending all the villagers through the map.
Oh boy, oh Miguel, oh Mentalist. I'm not sure I like this. It's gonna be a huge idle time for them. Only a couple of Plumed Archers being able to do so much damage is quite incredible. What a nice team play here by the Chinese team. The 4th castle on the way up here for Joffrey. They still don't have the score lead, but I do feel like they've got the advantage when it comes to the whole game.
Yeah, especially now when he reaches Imperial Age and just is able to produce traps out of 4 castles. Will just instantly trap down the castle from Chris, and they're kind of hoping, okay, I will go for knights, I will have a castle, I will be able to clear this up, but no, Chris, you won't be.
Yeah, take a look at the populations here for the Unforeseen team. They're very low. To be fair, the Chinese team not very high either, but they do have a main player on just about to hit Imperial Age with 4 castles, and he's getting a sling as well by Mr. Yo. If I'm not mistaken, Mr. Yo is going to be the one slinging Joffrey, and Joffrey doing the damage. That's for sure the 5th castle. No, okay, I thought that was a 5th castle because he got so many villagers building it, but it's only a university. Still very important.
And I think Chao-Ching even decided to sling Joffrey now as well. So yeah, Jinhua going for the monks, and all the other players basically fueling the Mayans' castles. Now reaching Imperial Age, still having so many villagers in the front, now producing out of a lot of castle traps to snipe down the castle of Chris.
Joffrey, there he goes. He's got a whole lot of Plumed Archers inside his castles. He can just decide to unleash them whenever he wants to. Taking a look at the upgrades that he's trying to do. He's going to go for Bracer first. Wheelbarrow on the way. Coinage being researched now by Xiao Xiong. Xiao Xiong's going to be the one trying to sling now. I guess it's going to be sort of a triple sling as well, or even a double sling. And there's just nothing that those knights from Chris can do against so many castles and monks as well there from Xinghua. What an awesome team communication. What an awesome team performance here by the Chinese team.
Yeah, absolutely. Just perfect play there. Because obviously Joffrey is very vulnerable against a lot of knights. And Laocheng is doing just a perfect support there. Having some knights having great micro and a lot of click speed. He can do great converts there and can help out the full aggression of Joffrey there.
Well, you can see that the Unforeseen team's got something planned for this. But even though I can't imagine that the Chinese team would have practiced this map, they still play as a team. They still have that communication. They've got that experience from playing together for so many years by now. And you can see that paying off even in a map that I can't believe that they actually practice it. And there it is, the GG call after 29 minutes. Impressive performance here by the Chinese team.
Action-packed game and the, actually fifth player of SY here, Joffrey, only getting turned into the second game instead of Lux. It's showing you great performance there, great controls, all the plume dodges, getting all the resources on the map. Bit better job than Chris, to be honest, there, and reaching an early Imperial Age, not losing any villagers, and great play by the Joffrey and actually the whole team of SY there on this very uncommon map.
That sort of tells you everything that you need to know about this team, right? So Lix, the best player from the first game, goes out, then comes a new player, and that guy is going to be the best player on the second game. I think that tells you everything you need to know about this Chinese team.
Yeah, so true. All the players being so strong, and as we know, China B and China C absolutely on the top level as well. So basically, you can just change players how you want, and they will all show the great performances every single day.
Incredible.